isn't a great option either. We will see exactly now. So let's go into game number 2. And I was clicking on the stream. We will see islands. And interesting civilization choices, because we got on both teams, we got Huns, Vikings and Japanese. And VNS decided to go for Mongols, which are pocket unfortunately. And SY decided to go for Saracens, which are pocket fortunately. So interesting choice there. Obviously VNS going for the faster approach, having the better fast crash civilizations, and SY going for the longer game and like the stronger late imperial age civilization here. What do you think about that?
I think it's actually really interesting to go for Mongols. I think they want to play nice and aggressive. Like we saw from ACCM last time that he wants to go aggressive with that smash, and now he's Mongols as well, which signals how they want to play their game plan is a little bit. So that's interesting. Being in pocket though as Mongols really isn't that ideal, but can't still rule out the possibility of him going for that feudal Grush pocket position and just literally just gang up on the other pocket or the other flank with your teammate. So I wouldn't rule pocket position out as Mongols as like the worst thing in the world, but I would still rather have him on the flank, to be honest.
Yeah, but if there are only 2 options and you have one better one, it is the worst one.
Yeah.
But I see your point, absolutely. It's not the end of the world, for absolutely sure. And let's try to find a good dock for the Mongols. Most likely options are over here and over here. Most likely I think he will go for a dock like here, unless yellow axes that, okay, my island is going this far, and he will not have the greatest fish. Only one big fish if he decides to go here and try to double with yellow, which is like one of the absolute options if you have Mongols pocket. Build your dock offensively and see what happens if both players play aggressively against the other flank, which would be Lux in this stage.
Yeah, definitely. I will be surprised though if they don't read. Just look at VNS Yellow's map. I mean, just look at it. It's just awful. I mean, the main goals are okay, but it's so thin and elongated that just hit from all sides. There's just no place to get wood in the later game, or even in the castle age actually.
Yeah.
So
Edge's calling a read. Nice read there, Milmano. Yeah, absolutely. And let's.
That's what I brought on for.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what he saw of his map. Yeah, he saw kind of bit looked like a sausage, like going so long and having his deer and his foragers in the front. So if they had a big rush fight and he had to go back a bit and retreat, they absolutely would have had problems to get into a good castle age timing. So let's go into the second try of game number 2, Islands again. Obviously it was both teams having to pick the same civilizations again.
I mean, it made sense being that home map. Yellow's got a terrible map, and the pocket's Mongols. Really, it's just like wide up, would you not? Really, sort of thing. So that they'll and probably hope for the best. Really, that Mongols on the flank this time, and that Saracens is on the other flank, not.
Yeah, obviously,
again,
this would be great.
Like, Saracen flank isn't that terrible, really. I mean, if you think about it, that 9% galley firing bonus. I mean, that feudal age, if you're up against, let's say, like a Mongols, let's say, and let's say you back docked as well, that's the end of the world, really.
Well, didn't we see, like in Nations Cup, I think we saw your flank with Saracens and he never reached like 60 villagers and got slung heavily to build some units in the Imperial Age. I think he died pretty heavily against extremely close Huns in the green, but I don't know who it was against. I was casting this game and Yo had struggled, so absolutely want to have Saracens in the middle because they don't have an advantage at the start, so they lack the speed for the Grush. Let's see about the positioning now, and better positioning for VNS now. Having more
Mightily happy with that.
And let's see, where is Mr. Yo? And he is the flank now against Vikings. Without the positioning of a very great dock, he maybe has to dock like here in the back. And this could spell troubles for Yo again. Let's see if SY now decides to call a restart. Because that's basically the worst positioning for them.
Yeah, it is actually. I think that they do. I don't think they will though. It's just because of the fact that it's not their home map. They're like, well, VNS have already used their re-up. We've got game 1 in the bag as well. Let's just try and see if just basically in case we got our home maps like Nomad. Let's say we need that restart basically.
Yeah, having a restart on Nomad could be so valuable.
Exactly. If that's their game plan anyway, they might use it and then decide not to be Nomad. I mean, how it's going to be played out.
I think picking Arabia is totally fine for them as well. I think they have a lot of options. And yeah, if you think like, okay, they're strong in Nomad and they're strong in Arabia, let's pick something different like Islands. It isn't like 2011 or something where you could pick against most Asian teams Islands and have a big edge. They absolutely know how to play those maps now.
Yeah, they've wised up to it now.
Oh, and as you see the players Xing, VNS is going for offensive docks all along. Purple X'd over here in the front. As you saw, Teal is Xing here, Yellow will build his dock over here, and Cool over here. So we will see an aggressive dock from all 4 players of VNS. And let's see how SY is reacting to that. I think they should go for the more defensive dock, having Zaversteins in their team.
Yeah, I think I laid it out before that restart that, you know, with this lineup of theirs and the previous playing aggressive. And I think that's probably their best bet really. I think you're up against a team like is it Old Boys? It's Old Boys, isn't it? Old Boys, like, you know, you got people Owen and stuff like. I don't think VNS are a great team, but I don't think they're as versatile as SY.
Yeah, and
so
obviously
going like the shock and awe approach, like just throw them off. That's probably the best bet.
And obviously VNS. Oh no, the ball's going back. No, you saved it. Okay, oof, that was close. And I wanted to say VNS obviously missing the strongest Vietnamese players, Bacti, who is playing for Tyrant. So the Bacti was one of the players who kind of got them against the big wins against Brazil A and gave them the great performances in the last Nations Cup. So yeah, missing him is like, yeah, extremely hard for them to compensate him.
Bacti is just incredible, I think, and he was that big playmaker, I think, as well in the VNS. I mean, they've still got some big players as well. I mean, like, you know, they've got Cool. I think Cool's really strong, and then I also think Yellow can have his day too.
But, they are incredible players. Think about, they had a big VNS Cup in 2000, and I think it was start of 2015, or I think it was the start of this year, yeah. And Bacti didn't even make it to the finals. I think it was Cool against ACCM. So Yellow, who's predicted the second best, Bacti is predicted the best player. They both didn't make it to the finals. So, you know, they're absolutely strong and they have incredible players throughout the whole bank. And now let's get into the positioning of the docks. Look what I wanted to mention before, and look how SY docked.
Oh yeah, they're definitely very defensively played actually.
Yeah, 2 players going defensively, the middles, and the flanks going offensively. Look at this, Lux and Yo going offensively. That's extremely interesting, and like, I hope they planned this before, because most of the times when you see both middles going for the defensive end, they will be late, they will fish boom. The flanks should go for more defensive docks as well. Like, Yo absolutely had the option to not dock here, but to dock like over here or something, maybe even over here. And he still decided to do the absolutely more offensive dock. The same goes for Lux, who had the option to dock like more over here or over here, and decided to dock up front here. And I think Lux will have problems for sure.
Yeah, think looks to have problems. But go back to ACM. I mean, look where his fish ships are going to. One's idle, 2 of them are taking shore fish, and yet there's a massive fish snapper. Okay, now he's going to a wood. That was like the entire Dark Age spent on 2 shore fish.
Oh god.
And I mean, it's Mongols. You don't want to get as much food as possible with that fast up time. So that's a bit of a concern.
He's still reaching feudal age at 912, which is quite reasonable and a good time, 3 fishing ship. And look at this, 4 players of VNS already clicked up to the 2 flanks of SY. Lux with a good time with Hans as well. And the 2 middles, far away from reaching feudal age. Now adding a second dock. Oh, and again, not great team play here. Oh, cancel in the last second. And let's see a second dock for Love Chang. And they will have quite some time before they reach feudal age and can support on water.
Yeah, it take a long time for them to fully go in to help out the flanks. But that's been a lot of faith in the flanks to actually hold this off. I mean, they don't know it yet, most likely, but so like they have to assume that that's possible. So.
Okay, let's go into the, yeah, absolutely. Putting a lot of trust in them, or just not caring about them at all.
Be a little bit of both, really, to be honest.
Oh, and ACSM finds Lux instantly, and he knows, okay, this went great for me. I'm up like 50 seconds earlier, and get into his fishing ships instantly. Great start for VNS here.
Yeah, that's really good. You'd be thinking jackpot. I think it's the first fishing ship out, actually. Second one out too.
And let's take a look at the other side. And same happened over here. Yo struggling, only has 2 docks now against the 3 docks of Cool. Very close distance, now has to send his fishing ship back. Great start for VNS on both sides.
Yeah, that's actually really more impressed from VNS Cool actually there too. Deny that third dock from Yo, and Yo is just not going to be enough.
It wasn't really denied, he wasn't even trying to build one.
Sure, it wasn't.
But Yo now only with 2 galleys sniping the fishing ship of Cool, and he's down to only 1 fishing ship. Oh, maybe he can save this one. No, not the greatest follow. Let's see, more of Luke's fishing ships getting sniped. And okay, now the important thing is that now they know, okay, we kind of have the water against the flanks. Now we should not get outboomed by the middle, because look at this. Joffrey has so many fishing ships building out of 3 docks. Love Chang, so many fishing ships building out of 2, maybe 3 docks soon. They have to add fishing ships on their own now as a middle. That is yellow and fish. So let's see if they do that, because now at the moment they have the room to breathe and just add like 2 to 4 fishing ships now.
Disgusting amount of fish. That nice uptime. Too much pressure though. I think that can be palmed down by Yellow. I mean, it's got 3 guys already coming up. Actually, we've got 3 arriving there. Actually, look at it go. Look at them go at Love Chang.
Absolutely, and now Love Chang. Most of the time, if you go for such a quick castle age, by the way, he didn't go for his berries. He went for shawfish. Was still without loom. If you go for castle age, you have some villages on food, and sometimes you can't even afford the galleys because you need so much for the market and the blacksmith. But it seems like Love Chang has enough wood and didn't need to send too many builds on food, so now he can get out some galleys to defend his home base. But Cool is here as well, running all the way from his home to the left hand side around the corner, and Love Chang is starting him. He'll lose a lot of fishing ships here.
He's not really doing much to protect them, and he's not staying away because he needs that food to go up. So it's one of those good die moments. And so much, just so good for VNS.
Yeah, absolutely great counter strategy by VNS. They knew, okay, those guys are intending to build a lot of fishing ships in the middle and defend it. Let's try to raid it, play aggressive early times, and yeah, it worked out perfectly just for now.
Trying to go up, but he's only got what? He's only got what, 6? No, 5 fish. I mean, how is he going to get the bodkin and the war galley with only 5 fishing ships that have been harassed and like this. And now even VNS calls, like, coming and say hello too. He's like, hello, I'm here to take your fish out too.
Yeah, he was higher than 10, and now he only is going down to, I think, 4. Yeah. And it's a great choice. If you have the option, go for Jeffrey or Jinghua. It's always better to go for the fishing ships of the Vikings, obviously, because the fishing ships of... Where are they? Oh, they got attacked as well by a great... Oh, and he had a long distance, like 80% of the map. His docks being down here in the absolute south of the map, and still getting the fish of Joffrey. And that shows you, like, how slow Joffrey was with his feudal age time.
Oh, he's getting chased down by those guys from VNS Fish. By just now ACM popping up behind him too. This is really good team play coming out of. Same time though, ACM's got to be careful. A little bit careful though. He's going to lose his side of the water really, but Fish is coming to help out.
Yeah, nice team play there, and looks. Obviously, this will be tough for him, because losing your fishing ships instantly, now even going for fletching, he has to farm a lot to reach reasonable castle age timing. Such great team play. Look at this, both armies are together here from Fish and ACM, and they're fighting at the same time over here, so what a great team play by VNS. And Joffrey is struggling. Look at this. He only has like 8 galleys without any upgrades for now, and losing all his fishing ships, although they're Japanese fishing ships. Great team play by VNS here.
This is absolutely incredible. I mean, Lovecheg's in Castle Age, and his resources, he can't even click the war galley just yet.
Yeah, he's researching war galley.
He's making more fishing ships to try and get the food back in.
Yeah, but how is he recovering on water? You need to have some war galleys to protect your fishing ships.
Yeah. Bit of a bold move, to be fair, to make fishing ships at this
Yeah, absolutely bold, indeed.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, so Joffrey's now got the war galley done, but he hasn't got fletching or even the bodkin, so not even that strong at this point. And now look at Yellow and Fish. They're now up to the Castle Age because their fish boom completely safe.
Yeah. Safe and reasonable as well. So they had
fish boom is 5, but
they did not add any fishing ships like I wanted them to, but still reasonable. And now they can take the fight against the war galleys, even because they have so many galleys on their own, and it's only +0. But they decide to retreat.
I don't know why. Sorry, I don't know why ACM's actually running away. If I was supposed to, I should just commit in, and then there we go. Now commit in because.
Yeah, and he's sniping a lot. I thought so the same, but maybe they were just wanting to retreat, get into the castle upgrades. But now they're okay, we have the numbers, we can kill this. And obviously the war galley upgrade is absolutely nice, but it's not like the ships are increasing like double in strength. Yeah, Mamano is a co-caster, and yeah, he's doing a great job there, I feel like, without actually seeing what I'm showing and still giving every insight. Enjoying it a lot so far, and even more fishing ship snipe. VNS has so much map control. I want to see if someone has maybe even researched. No, but look at this. What Yellow already saw of this map, so much like map control and being so annoying, but now Jinghua is getting onto a lot of war galleys here, and now he wants to kill the fish and return the favor, so to say, for the middles. And he reproduced a lot of fishing ship, but Cool is trying to snipe them, but it's going back now because Yo was still producing a lot of galleys on his own, and only now clicked up to Castle Age. Lux and Yo there are.
Yeah, he actually took out one dock. Now he's going to start something from bills down, make up 1 or 2, which is quite nice for him. But the interesting thing is, entire VNS team will be will be up before the SY team. That impact is huge.
Yeah. Mostly because the flanks had so many problems, getting the fishing ship killed so early. Just is, yeah, Obviously, you don't have any villagers on food at that time, and are only relying on all your fish income, and then losing them that early is just a huge impact in your whole food eco. Let's see how the middles are booming at this stage of the game. It's not like anyone got too far away with the villager count. Jinghar is probably the one with the highest, with 1 extra TC, and not needing to do the cards, the wheelbarrow and the handcart. So he has the best eco for now. And let's see, Yo and Lux, what will they do? Because they don't have too much left on water. Lux now only build 1 dock to instantly research the War Galley upgrade, and then will sacrifice the stock. Oh no, he's deciding to build more docks in the back.
Yeah, he's placed those ones. So, what VNS I think need to do from now on, I think they just can't relent. They have to be in SY's face from now on for the next 20 minutes to try and seal the game out. Otherwise, the longer this game goes on, then the bigger the problems they're going to have, because that Saracen late game, in comparison to Mongol, is quite big on the water. It depends on how ACCM is going to play it out, of course, but generally speaking, from a water on water perspective, like, it's going to cause a few problems later on, I think, past the 5-minute mark, I think.
Yeah, and absolutely, that's so true. Saracens being probably the strongest civ in late Imperial Age, maybe if you don't count Korean turtle ships. But another thing is, look at the positioning of the Gold Island. It's very big, so many castles to be built on, and it's very close to the side of SY. The Joffrey just basically can hop over the other side and just get all this wood and gold. And VNS, although they got so much more map control, will have problems to get there.
Yeah, if they get like 3 or 4 castles on that little island with all the gold is, just how hard it will be for the VNS team to push on that would be incredibly hard. Just because of the fact that Shield's also the base of Yinghua and Jeffrey as well. So I mean, they can't even really try and raid, so it makes it a even harder task, I think, for the later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aggression is the main game, I think.
Yeah, great team play again. Look at the 4 fleets of all VNS players. Coolest fighting over here, and the other 3 guys are raiding in the back of Jinghua, now retreating against the army of Joffrey. But still, great team play, always being kind of close together with all their armies, so if they want to take a big fight, they can fight as a whole team. Oh, and now Cool is getting kind of trapped. Jinghua and Yo trapping him from behind, and he's retreating to the absolute only option, and he will still lose a lot of war galleys here. Oh, great positioning by Mr. Yo, and he will trap so much of Cool. Cool will just dwindle down in military. He was at 30 before he retreated. I think he will get away with like less than 10.
he's just upping like, oh god.
Oh, that's just so stupid reaction. God. How can you 11 in this position? Just try to micro out every galley you can. Now he only got out with, let me count, it's 8 military? 8 military units? Oh god.
Pretty bad. Well, up top though, a little quick fight between ACM and ACM Fish ganging up on Joffrey here.
And players already having ballistics, so it's so costly to retreat if you're Joffrey in this positioning. As you saw, like he wanted to retreat and still lost 5 war galleys without